Streamcast.
Ayo, welcome to another edition of the Streamcast, and this is going to be a very special one for a unique reason because we have sought high and low, and I know a lot of you are missing Isaac, thinking, are we going to get a fourth member? Are we looking for a replacement? We were looking for the right person, and we found them. Can I get a drum roll, please? Introducing the newest member of the Streamcast, Comunicado oficial. Welcome, Hassan.
Bienvenidos. I'm here. Like you now can't escape the puns. I'm here forever. It's too late. I signed the contract.
There is a majority rule in the Streamcast because it is a democracy. It's not a dictatorship. And I was overruled. So you're here now. But sensational. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing good. I'm feeling the weight off my shoulders because we can actually talk about it now, and like I'm like not skirting around it. Be like, I have this good news to tell people. I'm joining these amazing people.
Oh, you're making me blush. Yeah, of course. As you referenced, this hasn't been an impulsive decision. It's been one that's taken a while. Lots of conversations, strategy meetings, and it has to be the right person and at the right time. And we know what you've done in other places, and we know that you can bring a lot to us. So it just made perfect sense. But yeah, if you would like to give a little bit of a synopsis as to who you are, what you do, or what you have done, because you've been on the pod before, so people might be familiar with your face and your voice. But let the people in. Who is Hassan?
The man, the myth, the legend. I'm here. I am formerly of the Nerd Alternative. I have a burning passion for mostly indie games, movies, TV, pretty much anything nerdy, but indie games are where my heart lies. I do a lot of like threads and reviews and that kind of way on Twitter. Haven't for a while. They'll be back. Don't worry.
We signed those too.
There may even be some streams coming. There may even be. It might have happened by the time this is out. There'll definitely be some YouTube content coming as well, and you will hear my lovely voice on the podcast too.
Woo! That's it. We finally have an answer for when will you stream.
Oh, it's happened. It's too late. You can't stop me. Can't put this back in the can.
We are very happy to have you on board. Yeah, as you said, you'll bring in a ton of interest of almost gaps that we have in terms of indie games, in terms of the Xbox, PC focus, movies, TV, anime. There's a lot that you're going to bring over here. Hopefully those indie game review threads on Twitter, maybe those on YouTube, of course the streams. We're very excited to have you on. And I guess in that vein, if we take it back, all the way back, it's the question that I ask all the guests, and this is the Hassan Spotlight focus today. Do you remember your first ever game and console?
The first console we had in the house was the Super Nintendo. I remember that vividly. But I think the first console I had was the Game Boy. The most vivid kind of memories gaming wise that I had, I think I've talked about this on our formerly our podcast on the Nerd Alternative. I talked about The Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening being one of the most formative games for me. That was the game where I realized what games could be and what storytelling in this medium could entail, and how magical a world you could be transported into. I still fondly remember that game, and the remake really just it lit my heart on fire in a way that I haven't had from a Nintendo game in such a long time. It's beautiful.
Dope. And as you were saying that, I was just thinking, Link's Awakening sounds really familiar for some reason, because Nintendo Direct have brought that game back out, and I can't wait to play it. It is the game that I'm most excited about from that Direct.
Oh, that was Minish Cap. Oh no, they did the Game Boy Advance one as well. You're right. I forgot.
So they're bringing the Game Boy and the Game Boy Advance to the Nintendo Switch, and I mean, it's just been a long time coming. For my money, it's the console with the second best gaming library, I think, just behind the PS2, and it's very close. Can't wait to see what games are going to bring back. I'm sure there's going to be some, legalities preventing some games coming back, but I can't wait to get cracking with Link's Awakening. I'm very excited about that.
Stream it. I want to be in chat, not helping and just watching you suffer. I cannot wait. I'm visibly vibrating in excitement for that.
No, I mean, I am not opposed to doing that, honestly. So, from the Link's Awakening, from the SNES and the Game Boy, let's talk about your favorite games. Do you have a top 5?
Yes, kind of. It kind of like the problem with this, right, is I play so many games and they're so separate in like the genres and like the reasons why I love them so much. It almost feels like a disservice to boil them down to just 5, because like there's some games I would say the gameplay isn't what makes them sing, but they are so evocative and so moving that it deserves laurels in some of the best gaming experiences. While not being like, oh my god, run, jump, shooty, stabby kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to throw out some basic answers. I'm going to throw out some curveballs. I'm going to keep you on your toes, right? So,
Okay.
The game that I feel is my greatest warm hug, comfort game that I play more than almost anything else is The Binding of Isaac. I put in a ridiculous amount of time. I played it since it was a browser flash game, all the way through consoles. I'm somehow still not great at it, but like we move. This is not a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 best games, but the Fallout 3 would then come after that. I know a lot of people kind of like have negative memories about Fallout 3 because they played the 1 and 2, which are phenomenal games first. But there was something about the 3D world that just, as a kid, it was like, oh my god, I have a whole world to explore and I can literally do anything. It wasn't literally you could do anything, but it felt like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was like having these lofty and weighty choices and the silliness of the writing, and like there was the amount of side quests you just fall into and fall in love with during it. It's a magical game. Like I'm kind of currently going through a replay of that and New Vegas at the moment because I made the mistake of downloading them both at the same time instead of one at a time and just giving them the time they need. But yeah, here we are. Maybe I'll stream one of those. We'll see how that goes.
I would like to see it.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe I'll restart my New Vegas and we'll go through that on stream one time.
Sick.
I'm going to throw in Journey here as well. This game is very short. It's one that you can play in one sitting, but it leaves such a impact and such a weighty catharsis in the game. Like the gameplay is phenomenal. It feels so good, and it has one of the most interesting multiplayer mechanics that I had ever played at the time, where you had a companion, like you'd match up with someone else, and there was no voice chat. So you would go through this world, you'd solve puzzles, and all you could do is chirp at each other, just make these little like sounds to kind of like sing at each other. And it was such a wonderful way to communicate because there was no stress at each other because you guys couldn't get the puzzle because, we're just in this really beautiful world and we're flying around through the air and, oh, come over here, let me show you what I found. And they show you what they found. It was a wonderful experience. I'm not going to talk about it any further because I absolutely think you need to play this game. If you haven't played this game, oh my god, you need to play this game.
I need to double check my catalog. It might be on there. But yeah, you've definitely told me about this game before, and I do want to try it out. How long do you think it is on average?
2.5 hours? 2.5 to 3 hours?
Dope. That could be a stream.
Oh, I will be there. Tears in my eyes, ready.
All right, sick. All right, I need to enjoy the game myself. Cool.
I'm almost tempted to say play it off stream and just kind of enjoy it, but I also want to see you enjoy it at the same time. So I'm like,
I'll just play it twice.
Mm, yeah, do that. Um, I'm gonna throw The Witcher 3 in here as well. I'm a big RPG fan. As surprised that absolutely no one who's ever been talked at about games by me. And The Witcher 3 was a distillation of the novels, which I loved. The first two games, which were janky as all hell, but were so much fun. Um, they they're like at the level of jank where I don't know if I can't play one again. That game,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's not aged well. It's aged like milk.
Oh, you
It
hate to
is
see it.
it's a function of its time. But Witcher 3 was the perfect meld of open world, The Witcher as a franchise, as a story, as a world, the characters, the character development, the interconnectivity of all of their stories coming from 1 to 3. So good. So good. And maybe some of the greatest DLC in gaming history, I think. The Hearts of Stone and Blood and Wine. So, yeah, I'm saying my favorite DLCs. Almost hands down.
I've heard a lot about The Witcher 3 and the prestige of the game, and even the DLC. I've just been told, the DLC is better than most games. So I absolutely hear those shouts.
I can almost go to top 10 because I've just realizing so many games that are like, because I'm like, Skyrim has to be there, but Morrowind is the game that got me into the Elder Scrolls, and it's still a game that every time I think about, I just remember something that made me laugh, like almost piss myself laughing about, or like something that really just got me like, oh my god, I need to do this. This is so cool. Oh my god. Like, it just gave you those, like Bethesda back in the day used to be able to just evoke so much emotion, good and bad and everything in between at you through the way they told their stories. And I'm really excited for Starfield. I've been burnt, but I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Yeah, honorable shout outs to Doom, Halo, Castlevania, the Metroid, like like the Wolfenstein games. Come on. There's so many amazing games.
I like that the games that you've listed are games that I'm familiar with, games that have been on many people's top 10, top 5s, but not many games like in the Streamcast that have got crossover. Of course, there's Akira with Fallout, but I like that each member has those distinct games, and I really, really do appreciate that. I think you're gonna fit here like a glove.
Oh.
I mean, yeah, let's get into some of those games. So obviously there's going to be a new Elder Scrolls coming out soon. That was covered in the developer direct.
It'll be sometime before 2050.
They're starting now.
Yeah. It's going to be the next game, they said. So once Starfield is done and dusted, they are going to get like the main forces kind of into developing Elder Scrolls 6. I'm trying not to think about it because I want it right now. I love the Elder Scrolls so much. So it's like anytime Todd Howard pokes his head up to say something, I'm like, please don't you say those words unless you have the game right now. Don't you say those words. But yeah, I'm so hype. Like I'm so hype.
You've of course mentioned Starfield. Are there any other games that you are excited about that are coming out around the corner, or maybe a year or two?
Oh my god, there's so many games. I don't have time.
Let's hear it.
Yeah, so the big games, Atomic Heart is out 21st of this month. The Redfall's out in a couple of months after that. But the things that I'm the most hyped for outside of those three games with Starfield included, Cocoon, the guys who did Inside and Limbo, their new game. Oh my god, give it to me right now. I need it. There's a new Hyperlight Drifter game coming out. If you've not played Hyperlight Drifter, you need to play Hyperlight Drifter. It's so good. There's also an anime of Hyperlight Drifter.
Oh, okay.
Netflix, where's that at? We need this. They dropped this amazing trailer and then we're like radio silent forever.
God, I hate that.
It's just my heart hurts, man. Yeah, story season a letter to the future came out. I want to say like a couple of weeks ago, and I need to play that. That game looks beautiful. Zelda's out as well. How did I forget about Zelda being out? Like, oh my god. Yeah, there's so many games out this year. Like, so many games out this year.
Damn, and hopefully you'll get time to play them all, or at least some of them.
Maybe we play some on stream.
Maybe this is the glorious part. You know, this is the glorious part about this, because we know that you're very serious about, you know, getting to work and covering games, whether it's on Twitter or YouTube. Now with the aspect of Twitch involved as well, there's no telling just how much of a influence, how much of a effect you're gonna have on your growth and ours.
That is the dream. We move together.
That sounds like a slogan. Let's do it.
Don't give me slogan powers. I'm going to come up with some nonsense.
So, I guess you already covered it a little bit with what you've done for Nerd Alternative, but I guess for anyone who is watching this and is like excited, you know, you're joining us. The powers are mega powers. What can people expect from you?
A chaos. From me going forward with the Streamcast, yeah. If it's gaming related, I'm interested. I made like a point of, I think like with the style of kind of podcasting and content creating, I made a real big point to myself to step outside of my comfort zones and kind of challenge preconceived notions that I had. Like, if nothing else, I realized how much of a gaming elitist I used to be. And like it really made me appreciate other gamers way more, like, and really appreciate kind of why people love like franchises and series more. And it made me kind of want to try out new genres more. And that's the thing. I think my aim is to convey that joy and that curiosity. That's what I want to give people. I want to give people that burning passion to experience the magic and the storytelling and the love letters that games are from their creators. Like that's what I want to bring to the table more than anything else, more than just a YouTube video or a Twitch stream, is the love that I have for gaming. I want you guys to have that too.
Sweet. I love that. And that's definitely something that you can tell from, you know, me when I play something God of War related or Akira. I can tell that when she plays a horror game or when she plays Fallout, she is so obsessed with Fallout, and I love it. I think that's what the beauty of content creation is. There are so many different types of people who like different types of games. No one person can like every game. I think that's fake. So, as you said, being able to, you know, understand why people love franchises such as Battlefront or Fallout or Fable, to understand that through someone playing the game is, I think, the magic of gaming and the magic of content. And yeah, I can't wait for you to, you know, get on that with us.
I do want to say some of my biases have been confirmed. JRPG, I can't do it. I'm so sorry, JRPG fans. I've tried so hard, but I can't seem to like. I just bounce off them.
I think there is nothing to apologize for because you're keeping it real to yourself, and I think that's the most important thing. It would be doing yourself a disservice if you, you know, were saying that you loved games like that, you know, like your Final Fantasies and stuff like that. We don't I'm
too chaotic to lie. Like, I'm just,
there we go. There we go.
Like, I think like
sorry, go on.
I was gonna say, I think like one of the greatest problems I have is like the joke brain moves faster than the tact brain. So like I'll see something and I'll be like, this is hilarious to tweet. And I'll be like, oh no, the developer put so much time and effort into that. I shouldn't have been so mean. Like, I'm so sorry.
It'll be fine. Nah. You're chaotic. It's fine.
For the most part, I'm never like you're an idiot. I'm just like this is silly. Like that's my energy.
Yeah. I think if there's either a productive or conducive or constructive way to put that message across, I think there's no harm done. You're not
Mm,
gonna like every game. Like I said before, it's not possible. And
mm.
if it's a way that you can communicate, hey, this is just a mechanic that does not excite me because my brain likes this, I don't think anyone should be offended. But
But
you never
they
know.
won't.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like there's certain things where people are like, if you don't like this, it's an attack on me, and
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like it's just
That's on them though. That's a personal problem.
mm,
I know I definitely used to be like that, growing up.
mm,
But at the same time, it's not a personal attack on you. If you're a developer or a publisher in that game, then
mm.
okay, I can understand it. Okay, I get it if you take that as a personal attack. But if you're a fan, nah, they don't gel with the same things you do. It's fine. You
Mm.
can still be friends. Like,
Exactly. Like Dark Souls.
yes.
And we're
Hey,
still good friends.
honestly, every time someone criticizes Dark Souls or insults the game or says they
Mhm.
hate it, I take it like a badge of honor. I take it like pride. I revel in it. I enjoy it. I'm still trying to convince Troy to play Dark Souls.
You know what they call that when people like being hurt. There's a word for it. Because of them.
Oh yeah, I mean, look, it was lockdown. I had nothing to do. I thought I'll torture myself with some From Software,
Mm.
and now I'm here.
And the rest is history.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh, you love it, man. I really deeply enjoy watching people who love those kind of games because I get the vicarious joy of playing them without having to play them, and that's
Mm.
like so much fun to me. And with you guys, with the amazing vibes constantly, who better? Who better to hang out with, like, and watch you suffer?
There we go.
I tried. I so hard. I was like, be nice, be nice. No, it's your suffering. It's your tears. Num 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 num.
No, of course. I understand it and I appreciate it. I mean, you know, streams are not easy to consume. I understand because it's just hours upon hours. So the fact that you do spend so much time watching us is something that we do appreciate greatly. And now there is years of animosity loaded up in my gun. I'm waiting for you to stream. It's time. Let's go. Payback.
Changing my name and I'm moving to Tahiti.
It's payback time.
Honestly, I'm happy to reap what I've sown.
That's what we like. That accountability, that responsibility. We're here for it.
Mm. Like the one thing I learned very early on is like if you're willing to come in and mess with people on stream, you got to take it. You got to take that on the chin right back. And I'm ready.
It's rule number one. If you can't take it, don't dish it. I don't respect people who can't take what they dish, but many of those people exist. So let's bring things a little bit more seriously, and you talk about one change that you'd like to see in the gaming industry, because at Streamcast it's all about playing hard as well as enjoying each other's company. Um, yeah, we love to play games, but we also want to see that real life social offline change. So
Mm.
whether it's online, offline, what kind of change would you like to see in the gaming industry?
The change that I'm most excited to see is already starting to happen, which is like mind blowing. It's unionization and the safety and the protection of work is becoming more forefront and more paramount because like we've seen in the industry the turnover of like skilled workers, like people who are so passionate and love what they do, but they cannot do it to the degree that they're expected because of the expectation is so unrealistic and so inhuman in places. And it's
Yeah.
like no one should have to like no one should have to break themselves as a person to to put out a game for our entertainment. Like I know I don't feel comfortable when a game has been like crunched on. I don't think it's a healthy practice. Like I don't think it's for the longevity of game development and for game developers themselves, it's not a practice that should stick around. And I think when game developers and people who do QA finally have the ability to stand up for themselves and unionize and protect others like them, we're going to have so much more of a better space for game creation. And I honestly think we're going to have better games from it. Because when you have people who are like tired and broken and constantly being cycled out, the game suffers because of it.
Yeah, you're not
I would,
lying.
yeah, I would rather wait 5 more years for a game than it make 80 people leave gaming. You know what I mean?
Yes, yeah, I appreciate that, man. That is one of mine as well. Just simply outlaw crunch, make it illegal.
Mm,
You have a certain amount of hours to work on this game, and if it doesn't get done, it doesn't get done.
mm,
I know that these companies are you know subservient to shareholders nowadays,
mhm,
but honestly, as you said, if you give people breaks, if you give people the time to grow and to rest, hey, they're gonna come back fresh. And they're not gonna take shortcuts. That game is gonna
mm,
be even more amazing if you give them more time.
mm.
So I'm definitely hoping that within a few years, I mean, tomorrow would be nice, but crunch gets outlawed.
Yeah, as a first step, as a first basic step, I think, because like there's the industry is full of just such amazing people, like such wizards. Like it's
Mm,
like it's actual witchcraft to me. Like how a game goes from just ones and zeros to an entire world. We have to laud that ability. Like we have to laud that like skill, that talent, the writing, like from every single angle. We can't keep letting others be abused for our entertainment. We can't do that.
yeah, yeah, agreed. And I hope that it happens sooner rather than later. The gaming industry is still quite young when you compare it to like movies and TV. So I know there's a Actors Guild for
Mm-hmm.
people out in America, and I hope we get something like that in the gaming scene worldwide. Um, we've seen unions form, but it's something that I'd like to see happen at a global scale, and just have it be this is law now. You cannot take advantage of these people because, like you said, it would be a damn shame to see so many people just hate the gaming industry because of what it is. Damn, we should end this on a happier note.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, I think the other thing I want to see from the gaming I like kind of games going forward. I think and gamers themselves. My because I have a bias here. Like indie is my thing, but like I think the stories told in indie are some of the most unique and most personal. And I really want to see indie take a step further into the spotlight and a step further into people's eyes because I spend so much of my time recommending like kind of a la carte games to people I know because I know what they like and what kind of mechanics they like, and I go, this is the game that fits you, and it's a very small team or it's an indie team, and it's someone who clearly has made this their passion project, and I
Mm,
think that you should enjoy their passion because it coincides with yours, right? I want to see the indie space like set on fire and become its own kind of cosmosphere, to just be this own big thing and kind of take the formulaic AAA to one side because like the big games are great and they are amazing and the polish and the lighting and the detail and like the scale unbeatable, but it doesn't have to be everything we play, and it shouldn't even be the majority of what we play, frankly. There's so much out there and I want to see that come to the forefront.
yeah, very well put. I think we are going to see that. That's I don't even think that's a hot take. I think that's what we're going to see. I think the indie scene is going to boom, and that's going to be because of shareholders and the AAA studios putting out games that we don't want. I think games staying the same, following the same formula, not
Mm,
taking risks. I think that's going to cause an effect of people running to these indie games, which are cheaper and,
mm,
as you said, are telling richer stories. I think in the very near future, we're going to see catalogs of we'll play maybe 3 or 4 AAA games a year, and then we'll have a bunch of indie games just every now and then cycling in and out. I
mm,
mean, look at a game like Celeste, amazing, and we're going to see more games just like that. I think that's going to happen. Yeah.
mm. I'm excited. I'm excited.
So there you have it. Boom. Streamcast has their newest member. It's Hassan. Um, I'm sure people are going to want to find out where they can follow you. And I'm sure you've got a decent following already from your time at the Nerd Alternative. But where can people keep up to date with you?
You can find me at Actual Human Has on Twitter. That's pretty much all social media I use. I'm on a bunch of people's Discord. So, like, if you're on Discord, I'm about. But yeah, like, Twitter is where you can find me most easily. I might start doing some regular streams. My own channel that will all go up on Twitter, but for the most part, you're going to find me on the Streamcast. Don't worry, if you need me, it'll be out there.
There you go. And while you're on there following Hassan on Twitter, you can follow us as well. Streamcast _ We've just passed 1,000 followers, so thank you so much for the support. And onwards and upwards to 2,000. We're also on Instagram and TikTok on the same handle, Streamcast _ We've passed 250 TikTok followers and 800 Insta followers. So help us as we aim for 300 TikTok and 900 Instagram followers. And we are also on YouTube. So check us out, youtube.com/streamcast. If you are watching this podcast on YouTube, give us a thumbs up, leave a comment, let us know what your favorite indie game is, because I have dubbed Hassan King of the Indies. This is official title. Let us know what your favorite indie is.
Puts crown on.
Make sure you subscribe, tap the bell, set it to all so you get all the videos as soon as they go live. And we've just passed 400 subscribers. Thank you, everyone, for all of your support. It really melts my heart to see everyone, come together and help us make something out of this gaming space. So there should be something going on to celebrate soon. Keep an eye on our Twitter to find out more.
Pighead Andy, when is he back? We need him. We need him in our lives.
Oh, actually, that's not a bad shout. We're on Twitch, Streamcast TV on Twitch. You might see Hassan more on our Twitch channel, but Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 9 p.m. UK time, you can expect to see some goated streams there. Whether it's bad gameplay, you're going to see good vibes. So make sure you follow us and help us get to 500 followers. And our podcast is available on all audio-only platforms as well. So whether you're a Spotify person or you like Apple, or you like Amazon Music, we are there. We're on Anchor, anchor.fm/streamcast. That is where you can get all of our platforms. And for anything else, go to thestreamcast.co.uk for events, blog posts, all of that. I hope
honestly,
Oh, sorry, go on.
Honestly, check out the blog post. I think that was one of the first places I was checking you guys out.
Oh, dope. Okay,
Nice.
That's good to know. Oh, thank you kindly. Yeah, make sure you keep it locked on the Streamcast, because there's going to be so much more content this year, our 5th year of making this goated content. If you like Hassan, good. If you don't, also good. Because
I was going to say, that's your mistake to make.
Until next time, take care of yourselves and your loved ones. Stay safe, and we'll see you on the next Streamcast.